Okay, I hit the record button.
Okay. Uh,
I'm a little scared to talk about it because it's triggering.
yeah. Go ahead.
Uh, there's a place in Atlanta called Five Points, and when I was living there, I was living. That's Five Points downtown Atlanta, and I was like, I know I was young. I was like 24, um, 24, 25 years old, around that age, and I wasn't the only one, but it's still. I wasn't in my right frame of mind. On top of it all, and I was just having a heart-to-heart talk with China. Cause I don't remember how we got on this subject about. All right, let me start off. Not even weeks after I got out the military, I was 18, and so we talking about a span of 6 years. Regrets, cause it's not like I did it on purpose. I just you say either I didn't know no better, I was in my right frame of mind. I don't know what the hell we got. I had a lot of stress. It was a lot. I mean, I told y'all I was going through a lot, right? Uh, Stuff that was going on in my life. There was this one man. Me and Dwayne used to be walking up and down the street about a couple blocks from my foster mama, which was a couple of houses from when I called myself moving out of my foster mama house. Because they was about to be on, they was on some fuck shit and tried to take my truck the first time. My SUV I had bought in cash when I got out the military. Alright, so boom, a couple of houses down on the next block uh, from where my foster mama was. I was 18, and I was telling China, I was like, I think this man was dead. And I don't know why I thought he was just laying there. And I was like, you know how stuff hit you years later? Like, duh, motherfucker. You know, like, and so China was like, he was murdered, Brandy. And I was like, oh. Because it's like, why nobody else didn't? I mean, I'm not too sure why I didn't, but why nobody else didn't. Like, the man was there for like 2 goddamn weeks. Like, the windows wide open, front door wide the fuck open. Uh, no, because what happened was please bear with me, y'all. I'm gonna jump around, but I'm jumping right back into we playing jump rope here, but it was seriously because I farted, trying to scoot up to use my stomach muscles to scoot up and get comfortable in the bed, and I farted right. So I don't know why. You know how late in the midnight hours, deep thoughts come in your head, right? And I was like, hey man, dead people fart, you know that, right? So I was telling her about I thought the man was still alive because me and Dwayne be walking by and you'll hear him farting. And but you see a puddle of blood and the front door wide open. And it used to be like them shotgun houses, what you call it in New Orleans, where it's the living room, bedroom, and probably another bedroom, then all the way, and probably a kitchen, then another bedroom, then a bathroom. Everything straight to the back. No matter how many bedrooms, everything straight to the back. New Orleans got some amazing style of houses that you call a shotgun house. So, because it's a shotgun, because it's everything like a barrel, straight to the back, all in line. So, the corners came 2 goddamn weeks later. I'm like, everybody driving up and down the street, everybody walking up and down the street, nobody never came to turn lights on or off. Lights just stayed on. And man was like that. So, man. Because I was telling China, I said, to this day, I remember this man had on a white t-shirt and blue jogging pants. Which led me to another story of when I was in Atlanta. They had this man. He had diarrhea. And everybody was walking by saying, oh, that man stink. Oh, that man stink. He was stiff as a board, ashy as fuck, clothes funky as fuck. I'm not trying to rib, I'm giving a description. And he was an older man. Older meaning elderly now. And McDonald's, he was like a little space area. I don't remember what was on this side. But on this side, you got McDonald's. Everybody going in and out of McDonald's like it's nothing. There were cell phones at the time. Why nobody called 911? Me, I know why I didn't. I'm trying to get my kids back. I'm smoking marijuana, drinking, popping pills. I wanted to end my life myself at the time. So I knew that I wasn't like, in my right mind space. But now I'm in a better mindset. Like, that man was dead. Like, he was dark skinned, but it was not a normal ashy skin. Like, his shit was yellow, like that yellow dandruff I get when my skin get. Like, he was like an ashy yellow. He was stiff as a board. Like, I was like, that smell is a stench I've never fucking smelt in my life. It smelled worse than period blood and quarters. It smelled bad. I'm not trying to rib. I got somewhere I'm going with this. He was homeless, right? Okay. Another situation. A couple situations where it's 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, psyched out of my mind, chanting to myself, just chanting, pacing up and down the streets because I was out of my mind at the time. Guess what? I'm walking by, passing up and down the streets of Five Points, Atlanta, downtown Atlanta. Homeless, dead bodies. You almost think they needed female trucks to pick them bodies up, bruh. It was a high rate of dead homeless people that they just had bodies just laying there. So you mean to tell me that, I don't feel sympathy? Like, you gotta be out of your mind, bruh. Like, I wasn't in my right state of mind then. But homeless people do die. And you got to think about all the changes of the weather, the snow, the winter. Then a female get a menstrual. And then people get hungry, they get cold, they get hot, overheated, heat stroke. Bruh, it was on Facebook. There was maybe 2 years ago or a year ago in New Orleans. They was recording somebody homeless that was dead. He like, nah, he dead. He dead. Like, but that shit ain't funny. It's like, check on your people. The person died simply because it was cold outside. And it didn't even snow. So maybe it was some health issues going on. Sometimes it'd be hard for homeless people to get health care. IDs, medical treatment, unless it's going to the emergency room. Because sometimes it'd be hard for people to get, depending on the age range, hard to get medical insurance. Because sometimes you gotta pay for medical insurance, depending on what your disability is, and sometimes it'd be hard for them to get on disability. It'd be hard for some people to get on disability. You believe that? And it's even harder for a disabled veteran to claim or prove that they're a disabled veteran. And a matter of fact, when I was coming from, when my friend picked me up today, told me that asked me was I aware of all the homeless people that was lined up. I forgot which direction she said she came from upon coming to pick me up. And I watched back in July of last year, but I don't remember why I don't watch it no more now. It doesn't even show up in my feed. This homeless something, I forgot. And then I heard that Candy watches it. And then I think she even said she submitted her story and didn't get accepted, and she got upset with them folks, or that man that does it on YouTube. He has a Patreon. I am subscribed to his Patreon because at first it was intriguing and interesting, and then now before I found out that Candy was still talking about me on our birthday, that I was watching that stuff like way back in July and stuff of last year. I was hooked, like watching and hearing other people's stories and stuff. Some folks is like brilliant. Like I'm talking about like Jamie Foxx on that one movie. The way he played a homeless man, but very, very smart. Brilliant. You know what I'm saying? But just down on their luck. I've been there. I've been homeless. Sleeping in my truck. Sleeping in hotels. Foster stepdad taking money because he know he could put it right back out of his little draw because he knew he was the manager at a furniture place for me to sleep. I was homeless when I got married, bruh. Did y'all know that? I was homeless when my sister Belinda died. Did y'all know that? I've been where I'm sleeping in my truck in the parking lot. Police come knock on my door and say, hey, bruh, you cannot sleep here. Like, where am I supposed to go? They like, I don't know, but you can't sleep here. Fuck. I've been there. I've been homeless where I'm homeless. My boyfriend, who then became my husband, yeah, I'm stupid, had a home he can go to. He was living with his mama. But I was homeless. And he only came by to screw. Whether it was in my truck or in the hotel or wherever I was going to be that night. I knew how to move around in that truck. You know, or sleeping behind a Piggly Wiggly grocery store. Or sleeping outside on the bench outside his mama's house. I've been there. I had my stories. I was homeless in Atlanta, bruh. Even in Atlanta, I was homeless. In the process of trying to get my kids back, man, I bounced back right quick. When I was in this homeless shelter, they found out my income. Man, I was homeless with my children in Richmond, Virginia. I had to go to a battered women's shelter in 2 places. They shipped me off to Williamsburg, Virginia. I was homeless in Williamsburg, Virginia. That was a nice little place. I kind of didn't want to leave that place. And that was how I met this one chick that's still on my friends list to this day. I can't think of her name offhand, but I know her. But I had my experiences, but that's how I found out that Kroger actually has nice little foods in their little deli section. I didn't know that. Good food too. Good little prepackaged foods. Kroger. They used to donate food every day. Um, I don't even know what's my point. I'm just venting. And like I said in the past, bro, you want to help somebody, you care about them, but it becomes very conflicting when they're bashing you and slandering you. But then you're afraid. I wonder if something real, real fucked up gonna happen to them in the name of karma and mercy is gonna be nowhere to be found. And you're conflicted. Like, do I pray for them? Because they literally deserve it. I mean, they're sitting there on your birthday saying that you deserve the death penalty and that you should fry in hell. And you left a message, a kind message for them on their birthday. But you like, that's your sister. Realistically, if you take away the sister side, the motherfucker deserve it. All the shit they did to you, they deserve it. But you have no choice but to have compassion because you came into shared the womb with this motherfucker. You came in the world with this motherfucker. You won't die, maybe, with this motherfucker. But y'all came in this world together, so the world is expecting you to have compassion for her no matter what abuse she put you through. No matter what she says about you, the world is expecting you to have compassion, expecting you to be her punching bag. But your biggest fear is find out something happened to her. That she's on the internet telling folks that you are going to be the cause of something happening to her, or that you desire for something to happen to her. When your heart is, you simply want and wishes that none of this shit never happened in the first place and just wish y'all fucking got along like simply other twins do. All you be sitting there saying, you get pissed off every time you see other twins and be like, why me and her can't get along like them two do? And I don't know. I just clicked the goddamn camera on. So I guess I'm just being manic again. But I'm expressing how I feel. And if that makes me manic, then I'm just manic. But at the end of the day, I'm stating facts. And I'm expressing how I feel, bro. That I can't change the past. But let's not act like I did not try to make things better for the future and she sabotaged that shit. Every time I tried to make shit work, she blocked that shit, blocked my number, blocked the way I can't try to confront her or even try to plead with her online, try to plead with her over the phone, try to plead with her through Cash App. Fuck. A leopard can't change his spots. You a leopard, baby. You a leopard, baby. And that is me venting. What is on my mind? The new chapter. Chapter 38.